those two modelled up. And onwards towards Brighton Marina. The marina is an artificial harbour just over a mile away to the east. It was constructed throughout the 1970s and became the largest in Europe. It now has hundreds of boat moorings as well as restaurants and boutique shops. Just behind the marina, up on the hill, is the famous Rodine School for Girls, which was founded in 1885. It's set in 118 acres of the Surrey Downs. Distinguished former pupils include the fictional Lady Penelope from Thunderbirds. About 10 miles further in the same direction, past the White Cliffs, is the town of Newhaven. It has a large fort built in the 1860s to defend the growing port. Back to Brighton and Hove, and about 1 mile north of us, lies St Peter's Church, one of the finest early Gothic revival churches in the UK. It was built in the 1820s by Sir Charles Barry, who of course built the Houses of Parliament in London. I hope he had someone helping him. Right below you now and over towards the Palace Pier is the very area used for the action scenes in the 1979 hit film Quadrophenia, set in 1960s Brighton and involving mods and rockers with music by The Who. Other notable films made in Brighton and Hove include Wish You Were Here, Oh What a Lovely War, directed by Richard Attenborough, and of course Brighton Rock, starring Richard Attenborough, made in 1947. The Brighton Wheel is actually located in Madeira Drive, the finishing line for the Brighton Marathon, and the location for several classic vehicle events throughout the year, including the finishing line for the famous London to Brighton veteran car run. Your sky voyage will be ending shortly. During the voyage you will reach a height of some 50 metres above sea level, and you'll be able to enjoy views extending as far as 25 miles. As we ascend in a westerly arc, you will have great views over the English Channel to the south, and of course northerly panoramic views across the city of Brighton and Hove and beyond. Some of the sights to look out for include the Palace Pier, now known as Brighton Pier, right next to us, which opened in 1899. And beyond, the ruins of the legendary West Pier, built in 1866, whose magnificent concert hall saw performances by Sir Edward Elgar, and was also a location for the 1973 film Carry On Girls. Looking to the west and the north, there are many notable sights. The Royal Pavilion, a former royal residence dating from 1787, designed in the style of the grand Indian buildings of that era. Originally a seaside retreat for George, Prince of Wales, who later became King George IV. The Prince is said to have had a tunnel dug from the pavilion to his girlfriend's house nearby, laying the foundations for Brighton's first ever Dirty Weekend. It was subsequently used for holidays by Queen Victoria and is now open to the public. To the northwest is Brighton's original town hall. It's easy to spot with its Ionic and Doric columns. The area was the original Brighton, just a fishing village then, called Brighthelmstone, dating back more than 1,000 years.